Young Guns is one of the greatest westerns of all time. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, Young Guns is one of my favorite movies of all time. It has been since I was a kid. Now, in the late 1980s and early 1990s, the western genre as a whole had a bit of a resurgence thanks to movies like Tombstone and Lonesome Dove and Dances with Wolves and, of course, Young Guns. The movie's about Billy the Kid in the Lincoln County War in the late 1870s and early 1880s. Now, the movie stars Emilio Estevez as Billy the Kid, this being probably his most popular role other than the Mighty Ducks. And the movie also has a lot of notable co-stars too, like Lou Diamond Phillips and Kiefer Sutherland and Jack Palance as Tunstall, and also Patrick Wayne, who played Pat Garrett. And we also can't forget about good old Charlie Sheen. Now, the director of this movie, Christopher Kant, had worked with Emilio Estevez before on That Was Then, This Is Now, and he suggested him for the role. And filming for this movie mainly took place in Santa Fe County, New Mexico, so it was filmed on location. Now, despite a few things obviously having to be changed for movie purposes, this was one of the most historically accurate depictions of Billy the Kid and the Lincoln County War. Such as the scene on the river where they killed Hill and McCloskey. According to historians, that was a very accurate scene that was filmed. And it was pretty close to how it actually happened. And the relationship between Tunstall and Murphy was pretty accurate. They didn't like each other, obviously. One notable difference, though, was the absence of John Chisholm, but he did make an appearance in the second movie, though. And this was also one of the first movies to include the characters such as Dick Brewer and Doc and Chavez. I couldn't imagine the movie without them. Now, the characters of Chavez and Dirty Steve were made up for the movie, but they were drawn upon by historical characters, though. Now, the final showdown at the McSween house actually did happen, but it didn't just take 24 hours or whatever as shown in the movie. That was movie purposes. It took 5 days, actually, and no McSween was not killed with the Gatling gun, and Lawrence Murphy, who was seen in the movie at the final scene and was killed, he wasn't even there. He died in bed several months later of cancer. And if you look real closely, one of the Murphy boys is actually Tom Cruise. He made a cameo in the movie because he was on set one day and they just asked him to be in it, so they dressed him up and put him in the movie for a second. Nobody knew it was him till years later, though. Now, the movie was very successful. Filmed on an $11 million budget, it made $56 million at the box office and would spawn a sequel, Young Guns 2, and now Young Guns 3 apparently is coming out too. But we'll cover that later. As I said, Young Guns is one of my favorite movies of all time. Let me know what you think in the comments. Over and out.